My first book, Sapiens, was about the distant past of humanity, and the second book, Homo Deus, was about the distant future. So in this book, I tried to write about the immediate issues that are facing humans today. So the kind of complacent feeling that many people have, that, oh, there are so many things, only humans can do this. Computer will never be able to do that. And suddenly computers are able to do it. And you have, the famous cases of like AlphaGo that taught itself how to play Go and then defeated the world champion. In the long run, no job is absolutely safe. If a job involves a lot of creativity and a lot of social interaction, this is more difficult for an AI. But if a job is very repetitive, or it involves mainly just analyzing data, then this is something which is easy to replace. So if you compare, for example, doctors and nurses, people think, oh, doctors, they are far more important than nurses. So nurses, this is easy to replace. Actually, it's the opposite. Many doctors, almost the only thing they do is analyze data. Do you have fever? Do you vomit? And gives you a few tests. And then the doctor takes all this information, analyzes it against previous cases and previous patterns the doctor knows, and reaches a diagnosis. And this is exactly what AI will be able to do much better than humans. The job of a nurse, in contrast, this is far more complicated. The nurse also needs to do things like change your bandage or give an injection to a small boy who is afraid. And to do that, she needs good physical skills and also good social relations. So I think we'll have AI doctors long before we have AI nurses. And this is true of many other professions as well. Anger and fear and boredom, they are biochemical patterns. All these recognizing patterns, computers are learning how to do that. Analyze the tone of voice, analyze the different facial movement in the face. And after analyzing millions and millions of people and interactions, the computer can also learn what is the best way to interact. And ultimately, computers can do things that no human can do, which is access what's happening inside your body. In the end, I often say that we are entering the era of hacking human beings. Everybody is talking about hacking computers, but really the most you really want to hack human beings, to understand what's happening not in your smartphone, but in your brain. And the last advantage of computers in this respect is that they don't have feelings of their own. You shout at me, and I become angry and I shout back. And it goes over the database of jokes that make you laugh in the past and chooses exactly the right joke to make you less angry, less tense. And the danger here is that people will become so used to interacting with computers who know them and react to them in a very appropriate way that people will actually become intolerant of other humans. So this is one of the big questions, how to live in a world when you have these big systems which get to know you better and better. But the situation today is a bit like we are all children, and there is this mother who knows us so well. They don't really care about you like your mother cares about you. They just want to sell you something. The most important thing is to teach people how to learn and how to change throughout their lives. So maybe you need to change your profession 4 or 5 times during your life. Also, a very important thing is to get to know yourself better. Often humans don't understand themselves. But in the days of Buddha or Confucius, you didn't have much competition. But now you have competition. You have all these corporations and organizations that are constantly trying to hack you. And if they understand you better than you understand yourself, they can very easily manipulate you. The way, or one of the ways to protect yourself, is you get to know yourself. In certain fields, we have no chance. But in other aspects, the one thing that humans certainly have and machines don't is consciousness, is the ability to feel things, to have subjective experiences like pain and pleasure and love and hate. Key insight is that we don't need to think about it just in terms of competition between humans and computers. We can let the computers do all these things instead of us and focus on developing our humanity. If we can solve the problem of how to support people without engaging in these jobs, and will instead be involved in meaningful community and social relations, this could be far more meaningful than driving a truck or than working in a factory.